A cricothyrotomy is an emergency procedure. It involves an incision made through the cricothyroid membrane to establish an airway and to save a patient's life. A cricothyrotomy is often performed outside of an operating room when the patient cannot be intubated or oxygenated normally. The procedure must be completed in 5 minutes to prevent brain hypoxia. A study published by the Western Journal of Emergency Medicine surveyed 86 paramedics regarding their experiences and comfort levels with handling airway traumas. Despite the fact that 76% of participants have had more than 10 years of experience, only 20% reported performing a cricothyrotomy in the field, and 73% admitted that they do not feel well trained enough to perform a cricothyrotomy. Paramedics who perform this procedure must be confident enough to identify landmarks and proper incisions on their own, as oftentimes the procedure is done by a single person. This problem is heightened in rural areas due to a lack of resources, lower patient volumes, and less training. Let's hear firsthand from an Army medic to get a better understanding of performing a cricothyrotomy.
My name is Ryan French, and I am a combat medic in the Army, the U.S. Army. I am trained to do crics. I can do IVs, IOs, tourniquets. I think that's pretty much it. We were trained to do it in like 8 hours, and then we did them that day. But we took a class in the morning, and then we started doing them at night. Our instructors for the class were other combat medics in the Army. He performed one. In 25 years of serving, he performed one on somebody, yeah. At the end of the training, we do like a 2-week field exercise, and they brought in the pig tracheas. So we did them on like not live pigs, but like actual tracheas, so you could kind of feel what it's like to do it on an actual skin and everything, not just plastic dummies. For mine, probably being in the field, because we don't do them in hospitals. So you kind of got to be really careful with how you do it and where you do it. We're trained to do this as like a last resort. Normally we use the nasopharyngeal airways with the tube that you just stick in their nose. But if they have any facial trauma, then we have to do a cric, because then the regular airway isn't going to work. All we use is a scalpel, a cric hook, the cric tube, and then some tape, and that's it. If I was out in the field, the hardest thing would probably be to actually make the incision to get the tube in there. So it'd be pretty hard to like quickly find the spot, get in there, and while you still have to worry about everything else that's going on around you. So I'd be nervous, but I feel like I could do it, yeah. Granted, we don't train on them a lot. Like I said, we use it as a last resort, so we didn't train on it every day. Like we did IVs every single day for 4 months straight. I probably did like over 100 IVs. I probably only did 25 or 30 crics. We just don't train them as much as we trained everything else. I feel like we needed to do them more and more often, because it is like a perishable skill. So if you don't do it, if you don't keep up with it and keep doing it, you're going to forget how to do it, or you're going to forget a step, or you're going to miss where to go and all that.
Our design team is currently engineering a device to assist a successful cricothyrotomy, both quickly and efficiently, further alleviating stress on emergency medical providers in rural settings. Thank you for listening, and we hope you learned something from this video.